The 54th Massachusetts Infantry Regiment participated in the American Civil War after being established on March 13, 1863. The 54th was a regiment of all African American males, including free slaves. They made a name for themselves as courageous soldiers who were well known across the nation for their valiant but unsuccessful attack on Fort Wagner. The 54th Massachusetts Infantry are widely known for their efforts in pushing for equal pay among soldiers, no matter the color of their skin. The white soldiers were given $13 for their services, while the black soldiers were only paid $10. Even their commander, Robert Goldshaw, who was white, refused to accept any payment until the blacks were paid fairly.
The men are preparing for the charge, exchanging letters with the inevitability of fatality. Private Lewis Douglas wants me to apologize to his wife for not carrying her picture, nor sending one of him in his uniform. His note reads simply, quote, "Remember that if I fall, that it is in the cause of humanity that I am striking a blow for the welfare of the most abused and despised race on the face of the earth. That in the solution of this draft rests the question of our elevation or our degradation, our happiness or our misery. Would you prefer that I stay away from such a conflict?" End quote. Henry tells me she'd never seen him as a soldier in uniform. I can see the approach to the fort, a small strip of beach, 50, maybe 60 yards wide, with the wicked Atlantic to the east, and Vincent's Marsh to the west. We have a 250-yard march to the south face of Fort Wagner, which the scouts say is surrounded by a shallow moat set with sharpened palmetto logs and planks with spikes positioned beneath the water. This is the same water as Fort Sumter and the first shot of the war so long ago. At first, we were just walking, but within 150 yards of the fort, Taliaferro yells, "Fire!" as he crested the flaming parapet. Shaw waved his sword, shouted, "Forward 54th," and then pitched headlong into the sand. The weight of the war hung heavily upon us. We knew what we were fighting for. We were fighting for something bigger than ourselves. We were fighting for generations to come, and for a world of freedom that is not determined by the color of one's skin. As we marched into battle, the beaches felt endless, and the sand between our boots would pull us down. Nearing the fort, I could see the faces of Confederate soldiers across the battlefield, their expressions reflecting desperation, as they sought to preserve the hateful institution of slavery. The air was thick, the stench of gunpowder and blood, cannons illuminating the fort in the dusk sky. The losses were substantial, but we pressed forward, inch by inch, through the relentless hail of enemy fire. As we reached the fort, we knew, that night, we made history. We showed that a black man was capable of fighting and laying down their lives for the cause of freedom. Even though the battle was not won, our actions showed our bravery and our loyalty to our country.